Hello, YouTube. It's me, John Avenger, once again, and welcome to another movie in the Floppy Woppy month. This one is from last year. It came out like 2 months before Venom did, which I still don't understand why that movie made so much money. I wish it bombed. And yes, I heard the news that Andy Serkis is directing the sequel. I don't care. I hated the first one. I don't want to see that, and or Suicide Squad 2. But this is a different movie. This is a 2018 action revenge thriller called Peppermint. This is starring Jennifer Garner, and it didn't bomb direct, money wise, but critically it bombed, and I don't know why. This is an awesome freaking movie, directed by the same guy that did Taken, the first Taken, and the same guy that did from Paris with Love, which is an awesome freaking movie that also did not deserve to bomb. It's basically a revenge film where Jennifer Garner, she's just a housewife that her and her husband and her little daughter, they go out on her birthday and they get and they're they get murdered by these asshole freaking Mexican cartels, and they get blasted with these semi-automatics, and she swears revenge because when she goes to court they let them scot free and they walk off. And don't you hate when the justice system does that? Yeah. The movie, yeah, it was not bad. I don't know why. This is a 12% on Rotten Tomatoes, really. 29% on Metacritic. And this movie made less than The Nun, which is a garbage fire that came out last year in August. This came out in September, like right before The Predator. It and Jennifer Garner gets a Razzie nomination for this performance. This is her best performance in years, guys. She trained for this. She actually did the physicality to take MMA fighting and learning how to handle a gun and all this knife throwing and everything. She knew what she was doing. How is this a bad performance? She shows emotion. She's not an SJW. She's not super powered. She has a lot of charm, and she has she's very very strong in the movie and has to be. And yeah, they would say this is when the movie came out during the Me Too movement. I don't give a damn about that, guys. I'm a guy. I care about if a movie's entertaining or not. And seeing Jennifer Garner blast the hell out of these Mexicans and white guys and these guys that killed her family, it's a badass revenge story. I think it's just got overlooked. Uh, Look at the consensus. Far from refreshing, Peppermint wastes strong work from Jennifer Garner on a dreary vigilante revenge story that lacks unique twists or visceral thrills. This is not an M. Night Shyamalan movie, guys. It's a straightforward action film, just like John Wick was a couple years ago, and John Wick 2, and supposedly John Wick 3, and also the original Death Wish. A man sees his family get murdered, and he takes the law into his own hands. What's the freaking complications with that? What's the problem with that? Sometimes straightforward is the way to go. And I like that it was straightforward. I like that it's R rated. I like that it's shorter than Venom. Yeah, even without the end credits, it's like this is like 90 minutes. So it's almost the same running time, and it's better. It's a better freaking movie. It's shorter. It's got a faster pace. The action is well shot. They don't shake the camera like this. They don't do quick cuts or bad editing like in Stuber, where the first action scene I couldn't see what was going on. It's the movie is shot very well. You could see what far off shots of Los Angeles or California. The film, yeah, is it depressing? Yes, it is because it's an R-rated action movie, but it's supposed to be. It's not. This is a revenge movie. This is not a comedy from Seth Rogen or I don't know Judd Apatow or something. This is dark, but I like it like that. It didn't depress me because I'm like, yeah, I've seen this kind of thing done before in Death Wish, in the Death Wish sequels, the 1, 2, 3, and 4, in John Wick Chapter 2. I've seen it in Face Off. I saw it in freaking The Brave One with Jodie Foster. I've seen revenge movies done well, guys, and some not so well. This was underrated. I think it's one of the better films of 2018 that came out at that time. Yeah, in September, yeah. Golden Raspberries, you can go screw yourself. If you do not give a Razzie to Vanessa Kirby or Sophie Turner for next year, you can all suck me off. Because there is no excuse for foreign chicks that they take seriously from the UK and they can't act. Jennifer Garner could always act, guys. I've seen her give good performances. And while she's not my favorite Jennifer, she's done a lot better work than a lot of other Jennifers like Lopez. Even Lawrence recently has been slipping a little bit. And this is not one of those pretentious movies that she did, like Miracles from Heaven or whatever. Those are not for me. I don't want to be preached to. I want to be entertained. This entertained me. It didn't drag for 30 minutes. It didn't have the slow pacing of a snail. It didn't have an agenda behind it. A woman sees her family get killed by a bunch of Mexicans, and she gets ready to prepare for war and blows them to hell. That's as simple as you're going to get, guys. That's all I want. I don't want something deep and personal. I cared about her character. I wanted her to get her revenge on these guys. And I kept saying, Pierre Morel has done some really good work. He's a French director from France. He's done really good work. He also worked on District 9. I think he like produced it. He actually, no, he directed District 9. I thought Neil Blomkamp directed District 9. Oh no, District 13, not District 9. My bad, wrong movie. District 13 is that French movie that they remade and they called it Brick Mansions with Paul Walker. That he did. Yeah, my bad. District 13, not District 9 was Neil Blomkamp. He also did, like I said, Taken, the only good movie, and The Gunman, and From Paris with Love, an underrated movie from 2010 with John Travolta giving a great performance. And this movie doesn't hold back. It's got some beautiful women, and in the drug cartel that are in their panties. I'm not going to complain about that. It's nice eye candy because something that KK Wars has never given me. And interesting factoid: the little girl in this movie actually played the hobo in a flashback in The Force Awakens, and she's good. Again, where's the freaking justice in this world? This little girl is in this movie for 5 or 10 minutes, and she gives a good performance as a kid actor, especially with how bad kid actors are now. Yeah, she gave a better performance in 10 minutes than the hobo did for two freaking movies and with episode 9 coming out. Come at me. I don't care, guys. This little girl has some potential. She's just like the little girl from Endgame that gave a good performance, and you people were running all over her and stepping on her and giving her hate. You people have to grow up. This is a very dark world we live in. Look what the mass shooting that happened last week. That was horrible. But this movie didn't remind me of that because it's a action movie. It's not real. I know that's not real. These things happen all the time. It's a dark world we live in, but it's not a bad movie. It's not a 12%. Give me a break. I was never bored. They don't have topical humor that comes out of nowhere like The Predator or Last Jedi, where they have to put jokes in every single scene. No. There's a couple of scenes that made me laugh, but unintentionally. This is not a comedy. You're going into this movie, go in knowing it's very dark. It's a dark action thriller. It's like Deadpool 2, but without the comedy. But it works. It's to the point. It's short. It's sweet. Good action. Good lead actress, and she's not an SJW character. She doesn't have superpowers. She's not freaking untrained or anything. Jennifer Garner worked her ass off for this, and I want to see more of movies like this with her. Because Alias, I heard she was good in that, and Daredevil, she could have been better if they give her a better character. And Elektra was garbage, but that wasn't her fault. Again, blame the writers. This movie is fine. It's not terrible. I bet Josh would agree with me that this movie was overlooked. Yeah, the villain is lame. The villain, Diego Garcia, the guy that plays him, he has a mustache. He's not very interesting, and he's very typical. He's a stereotype. But who cares? When he dies at the end, you know exactly why he deserves that. And if people say it's not realistic, it's a freaking movie. You want realism? Go look at this freaking news. Go watch a documentary. That's real. I don't want to live. I don't want to see real on screen. I want to see something that entertains me. Sorry, I don't want realism in everything because then it makes me feel bad. But anyway, this is a good movie. Go in wanting to be entertained. It's a lot better than Mile 22 with freaking Mark Wahlberg. At least they don't shake the camera. I can see what's going on. It's got a better lead. It's faster pace. It doesn't have foreigners up the ass like in the other movies. It does have some foreigners, but not too many. And it works. Maybe that's what I wanted. I didn't want a freaking action movie that was boring, where it's 2 hours and the first hour nothing happens. Or Hobbs and Shaw, where it's a freaking cartoon. I don't want a cartoon, guys. I can see a cartoon. Frozen 2 is a cartoon. I'll be seeing that soon. I don't need everything to be a cartoon. But guess what? This movie, yeah, it should have done a lot better. It made like about 50 something million on a budget of like 30. It made a slight profit, but still, it could have been a lot better. It could have done a lot better. Venom made over $800 million worldwide, and that movie was garbage. You know how much I hated it. See my rant on YouTube. This is better. This is R rated, and it doesn't hold your hand, and it doesn't hold back. It doesn't talk down to the audience. It's flawed. Yes, it's cliche. You know, the revenge story of a woman trying to get revenge on a bunch of men that killed her family. I've seen that before, but again, this is not the worst that's done this. You seen Punisher Warzone? That had a man, and it's a revenge story, and I didn't like him in that role. I didn't like Ray Stevenson as the Punisher. Her, I liked her. She's like a female Punisher, punishing the wicked, protecting an innocent. That sounds good to me. It's a good premise, and it still works today. That's why some people saw this movie last year. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Take care. See this movie. If you see it on Netflix, watch it. It's worth your time. Don't let the title fool you. It's not about it. The title is because the daughter, spoiler, eats peppermint ice cream. That's the only spoiler I'm going to say for now. But yeah, that's why it's cute that's title, and the movie's dark, and I wouldn't have it any other way. So, see this movie. Tell me what you think of it. If you already saw it, give me your thoughts in the comment section. Don't be an asshole though, because I'll be watching. But thanks for watching. Take care, and this does not deserve to flop critically. I've seen way freaking worse. Later.